Thank you for joining me for beginner yoga. It's about a 20-minute class. Today we'll be working on our hips, shoulders, back, which is usually what ends up happening in most yoga classes. But I want you just to listen to your body, and that's all part of yoga. My name's Michelle. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in this practice. I do have some blocks to show you some modifications. If you don't have blocks, you can use 2 water bottles, you can use pillows, whatever works for you. And so for now, we're just settling in. You can have your hands in heart center, or maybe you want to just drop your hands onto your knees and sit however you're comfortable. Feel free to close your eyes and settle in. So yoga isn't just about moving the body, but it's about being conscious of your breath and your movement and even your stillness. So sometimes the hardest part is being still, slowing down. And for a moment, just being grateful that you're able to take this time to be on your mat, or maybe you're sitting on some grass or on a carpet or even on your bed. And being grateful for your body and your breath. You're already doing yoga. Let's take a slow, deep breath through the nose. And as you exhale, exhale out the back of your throat. So I want you to feel like a little, think about making a Darth Vader noise. Think about making a fogging breath out the back of your throat. Let's do that again. It's called an Ujjayi breath. We'll be spending most of our time in our poses just following that breath. Take those arms to your side, roll your shoulders back. And we're going to work on those hips. Most of our tension is held in our hips, our shoulders, and our back. We'll get into other areas of the body. Those are the main focus, and there's so many different ways to create space in those joints. And just relax the shoulders. Allow any of the weight of the world, any of that stress and strain in your shoulders and neck to go away. Lengthen your spine. Feel the space between each vertebrae as you drop your ear to shoulder. And again, just slowing your mind. And if your eyes are closed, mine tend to just naturally close as I start to relax, still consciously focusing on those muscles. Find the darkness behind your eyelids. Switch over to the other side. And while we're here, take a little assessment. How do you feel? Ask yourself where your mind is, ask yourself where your body is, and then bring it present onto this mat right now. And head comes up. We're gonna go right into a tabletop. So let's go ahead and take our knees under our hips, hands underneath the shoulders, and we're gonna start by doing little circles. And just rotating around, and you guys decide what feels good to you. And if you're not sure, just experiment. Move your body. You don't have to be creative. You don't have to know what's happening. Just wiggle it around. Make circles. I'm here to guide you, but not force you to do anything. Your body is your guide. Hold it center. So let's take it abs in, all right? And then we're going to round the back into our first cat. As you round and you dome that upper body, take your shoulders and press them away from the palms. Tuck your chin in your chest. Feel that stretch go through the top of the neck. Exhale, drop your belly and extend your chin and chest forward. So imagine pushing your palms down and then towards your knees, extending your belly button to the front of your mat. Let's do that again. Inhale, round the back slowly, one vertebrae at a time, drawing that belly button in. Open the shoulder blades. Imagine the shoulder blades separating away from your rib cage. Inhale, drop your belly into your cow. That breath. Already feeling a little bit better. Creating space in that spine allows that blood flow to get to the rest of the body. Exhale, last time. Opens up your spinal cord, your nervous system, and neutral spine. Shake it out. Excellent. We're going to extend those arms forward. Open your knees, touch your toes. We're going into our first child's pose today. You can rock back and forth, open the hips a little bit. And then settle those hips back towards the heels, arms extended. Now, because we're showing modifications, if it bothers your knees, keep your hips up and still lengthen the spine. If it bothers your shoulders, bend your elbows and rest it down. Just allow your hips to sink. Maybe you open your knees wider, let your hips sink a little bit further. Using those hands to push your hips closer to your heels. I feel a stretch in my ankles. So it just depends on where you're tight, where you need to release that stress. Slowly come on up. Bring those knees in, hands underneath the shoulders. Take a breath. We're going to curl the toes and lift yourself into your downward dog. Now we're just working our way towards the movements that we're really going to focus on today. But we want to make sure everything is nice and stretched out. In this downward dog, it's okay if your knees are bent. Shift your weight further back so the weight is on the heel of your palm and push those heels back. Point your tailbone up to the sky. Try to press your chest towards your thighs, and maybe you bend your knees a little bit deeper. Your heels don't have to touch. Everybody looks different in yoga. Walk your feet to the front of your mat towards your hands. Hold in your forward fold and just let your elbows relax. Feel that gravity pulling your body down. Soften your knees into that rag doll. You can wiggle a little bit. The top of your head faces the earth. Maybe you bend your knees a little deeper. Rest your belly on your thighs. Working through the digestive system. So yoga isn't just about flexibility. It's about working the whole body internally. Mind, body, spirit. Inhale, halfway lift. So a halfway lift resets the spine. Press your fingertips into the shins. Bring your chest forward as you press your shoulder blades back. So think about lengthening the spine forward and think about pressing your back. Gently drop down. Let's go ahead. Slowly ragdoll, belly button. Take your time as you press those hips forward all the way up. And most of our stuff is going to be in our positions down low. Let's hold it into an arms extended mountain pose. Just hold your mountain pose. Take a breath. Open your elbows into a little cactus. So we're just bending the elbows like this. And we're going to press our hips just slightly forward, but I want you to squeeze your glute muscles. So make sure you're nice and tight to support the back. And then just open your heart. Imagine pressing your shoulder blades back and opening your chin and chest up. And you don't have to look all the way back, just forward. Keep your spine. We don't want to pinch that neck. And think of yourself as just shining your heart bright. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands in heart center. Take a second. So you should already feel that rush of goodness right through your body. Take your time as we slowly go through the center into your forward fold. I like to just drag my arms along my legs. Feels kind of good. Take your right leg and we're going to slide it back into a low lunge. So find your low lunge. Your knee and your ankle are in line. Here's where those blocks are going to come in handy. So we're going to go into a crescent moon. So right here, if you feel like you're really reaching down, you feel like you're arching your back, use your weights and tilt that pelvis. So you can come up a little bit. Tilt your pelvis. So get that stretch right here. So this is your low lunge. So we're opening up through the front of the hip. Now if you'd like a crescent moon, you can bring your arms up. Place some weight into that foot. So really press that foot in so that you're stable and imagine squeezing your inner thighs together. So even though your legs are not together, we're still really imagining pressing that body to the middle of it. Beautiful. We're going to place those hands down. I'm going to use my blocks on this. Curl your back foot and lift it up. Step it halfway in and shift your weight back. So here's our pyramid pose. We want our legs straight. So if you need to, bring your legs a little closer. If you can't reach down, here's where those blocks are for. Perfect. All right, you could be here. But we want to shift our weight back. Push your back leg up and back and straighten this front leg. Now we're going to look forward, so lengthen your spine. And if you're new to doing classes online, I suggest you have your screen kind of at an angle. That way you're not twisting back and forth with your head. Can you feel that stretch from the back of the knee all the way from the back of that glute on that front leg? Now what we're going to do today from here, and you can take your blocks with you, is we're going to walk ourselves into a wide stance forward fold. So now your feet are wide, all right, and I'm gonna just come down, but if you need your blocks, you take your blocks with you. Hold it here, lengthen the spine. Now take a breath and hinging at the hip, drop down. Take your left hand right in the center. Take your right hand, reach it up to the sky. Now again, you could be on your blocks. You could be here, you could be here. Everybody's different. Listen to your body. As you press your right hip, as we twist to the right, press your right hip up and out. Feel that inner thigh on the left, feel your hip on the right, and it helps to be conscious of what you should be feeling. And then send your focus to those areas very slowly. We're gonna take it to the other side. I'm gonna go back down without my blocks, and then push that left hip over. Feel the inner thigh on your right, arm comes up. Now if you don't like your arm up, an option is to put your hand on your hip. If you feel like you're sinking in, push your hand away from your ear. Inhale back to center. Forward fold, hold it right here, still in that wide stance. Now let's place our hands on our hips. Look forward and you're gonna hinge at the hip. Now this is too much, use your hands and hinge at the hip. Take a breath. Turn your toes slightly out. Here's that star pose, open into your star. Now our star pose is a power pose. The bigger your body, the longer, the more space you take. Use that confidence. If you want to feel strong, just stand like this. It allows you to be vulnerable, allows you to be proud. Take your time. We're going to turn to the front and step forward. Pretty simple, right? Inhale, reach up. Now we're back to where we started. Open up your hips. Little mini back bend. Shine that heart bright. Inhale, exhale to your forward fold. Hold your forward fold. Now I'm just going to flip the other way so you're not looking at my back. We're going to do the other side. So just hold that forward fold. You guys can stay right where you're at. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Take the left leg or the other leg, whichever one you didn't do, and slide it back into your low lunge. Here's where those blocks come in handy. So low lunge. Hold it here, lengthen the spine. Let's make sure that we're not dropping the back. So just a slight lift, tilt that pelvis. Feel that stretch to the front of your hip flexor. You can use your blocks. Feel free to go into that crescent moon, squeezing your inner thighs together, center, and then reach. You could be here. You could be here. Okay? So there's no right or wrong. Just feels good. Feel that stretch opening up. Carry a ton of tension in those hips. All right, so you can use your blocks if you like. Curl your back foot, lift up, and we're gonna step that foot just slightly into our pyramid pose. So shift your weight back. Now remember, we wanna straighten this front leg, so if you need to, come on up higher. Lengthen your spine. Shift your weight back. I'm gonna push my tailbone up and back. Take a deep breath, send your energy right to the back of that front leg, all the way into the glutes. Here's your pyramid pose. Slowly walk yourself to the side here. Open up, lengthen the spine. Remember, you can have your hands on your blocks, or no blocks. And then slowly fold and hang down. Now maybe this time you grab your shins and you use your arms to pull in. Everybody's different. Just depends where you're at. And if you're an advanced yogi, you want to start working on headstands, you can just press your head into the earth a little bit, get some massage. You choose. Inhale, take your left hand down on the earth, right hand up to the sky. Really lengthen, push that right hip up and over. So we're doing exactly the same thing we did on the other side. Inhale through the center. Switch. Notice the second time we do something, the stretch gets a little deeper. Inhale, release. Good. We're going to walk ourselves back to center. Oh, I lied. We'll do that again on the other side. Walk it in. Inhale. Ragdoll yourself up. We didn't do our star pose. That's okay. Hands at heart center. Good. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, reach up. Open your heart. So we're going to do that same exact flow again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands at heart center. Take it to your forward fold. I'm going to switch sides just so that you're not looking at my back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take your right leg into your low lunge. Drop that back knee when you're ready. And either here into your low lunge, or feel free to go into that crescent moon. Press that hip forward. So we're going through it a little bit quicker. Hands on your blocks or on the earth. Curl the back foot into your pyramid pose. Remember, the legs can come a lot closer. Shift your weight back, lengthen your spine. Inhale, walk into the center right here, into that forward fold. Inhale, twist. Reach it up. Exhale, switch sides. Reach it up, lengthen that hand away from your palm. Inhale, exhale, hold it here. I'm not going to forget this time. Hands right in the middle, forward fold all the way up, hinging, open up into that strong star. Your toes turn out on your star. Big stretch. Now, if you'd like, turn your toes deeper. Let's go into a little horse stance. Inhale, back to your star. Beautiful. Let's turn to the front. Step it together. Inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Open your heart. Inhale, forward fold. I'm just going the other way. We're going to do the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take your left leg, shoot it back to the low lunge into your Crescent Moon. Option to use those blocks. Tilt that pelvis forward. Notice our breath to movement starting to happen. Hands on the earth, curl, step yourself into your pyramid pose, lengthen the spine. Walk through into that wide stance. Do whatever you need to pull your body towards the earth. Inhale and lift up. Now maybe this time we're nice and warm. You bring your arm behind you, draw your shoulder blade back, open them up a little bit deeper. This is called a half bind. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, switch sides. And then if you want, bring the arm behind you, draw your shoulder blade back. Inhale, release. Exhale, hinge at the hip. Let's do that star pose. Exhale into your mount or into your horse stance. Lift it up. Turn to the front and step forward. Inhale, open your heart. We are going to go through that flow one last time and we will find our seat. Exhale to your forward fold. Hold it there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Take your right leg, shoot it back to your low lunge. Third time's a charm here. Crescent moon. Now your body knows what to do. Exhale, take it to your pyramid. Shift your weight back. Lengthen the spine. Exhale with your breath. Sink it and walk it to the middle. Fold it forward. Inhale, do that twist. Feel free to bind. Inhale through the center to the other side. Option to bind. Inhale, release. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Slowly come on up to your star pose. Turn your toes. Exhale to horse stance. Inhale, star pose. Beautiful. Take it to the front. Step it forward. Inhale, open your heart. Reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Last time on the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg comes back. Low lunge. Crescent moon is an option to come up. Press that hip forward. Inhale. Take it to your pyramid. Feel free to step that foot in and shift. Lengthen that spine. Exhale, walk through the middle. Hold your wide stance, forward fold. Inhale, twist. Option to bind. Inhale, switch. Take your time. If you need more time, please take it. Back to center. Hinging at the hip, come up to that star pose. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Arms come up for a star. Exhale, horse stance. Toes turn out. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, turn to the front of your mat. Step it in. And one last little mini back bend. Inhale, hold it here. Exhale, hands at heart center. Take a second to take an assessment. How do you feel? You should feel completely different. You should feel like you're floating. What do you feel? Use your own adjectives. And we're going to very slowly take it to our forward fold. Cross your feet. This is the easiest way to come down, is cross your feet and just find a comfortable seat. Let's go ahead and take it to a butterfly. Hands right at those ankles. Roll your shoulders. Lift your chin and chest tall. Your hips should feel so good. Nice and loose. Shoulders, neck, everything we worked. And then slowly bring those knees in. We're going to take our time very slowly, rolling onto our backs. Finishing off here, arms extend. So maybe you used your blocks, maybe you didn't. If you don't have any and you want to use them, you can purchase them online anywhere or any of the major superstores. Holding the arms to your side. So our Savasana is one of the hardest poses. It's where we relax. It's where we close our mind. Create stillness in the body. Let your breath slow down. You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. Take one cleansing breath. Inhale, and as you inhale, I want you to think about all those positive things, all the positive people around you, everything. And just exhale anything that is stressing you out. Don't even think about it. Just breathe out deep. Let that sigh be as loud as you want. You're in the privacy of your own home. If yelling certain words helps. Go ahead and roll it over onto one side. We're just going to rest our head on our bicep here. And again, if you'd like to stay in Savasana or maybe even in this pose, you can. We worked on Crescent Moon. We worked on Pyramid Pose. Wide stance, forward fold, star pose, horse stance. So many to get those hips warm. Really just centering your body. Use that top hand to push yourself into a seated position. And again, you can stay down as long as you like. Whatever you may need. Sitting just however you're comfortable, starting right where we finished, hands in heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you in this practice. If you have any questions, if this is your first time or your 1000th time doing yoga, please feel free to message me. I'm here for you. The badass in me honors the badass in you. Namaste.
Hi, if you like this video, click the link below or in the pinned comments and we'll send you 2 members-only videos, 1 stretch class and 1 HIIT cardio yoga class that will make you feel strong, confident, and ready to take on the world. So just click that link, put your name, your email, and you'll get full access to both classes. Now, if you like our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, click that bell, comment, and like all our classes that you've been taking so we can keep giving you more. We look forward to seeing you in our next Sweat Fit Fam class. Have a great day.